Hey dreamers, I'm Bryce from Midnight Notion, singer-songwriter, musician, and big fan of Metallica, but I have no idea what my favorite song is. Could it be Cure? Let's find out using math. Cue the intro.
So give it to me now!
For the best Metallica song! Cure, track number 8 from the Load album. We're now over halfway through this record, and I think we're having a little bit of a slump, but hopefully I can convince you that there's still some pretty great riffs ahead. So we're going to listen to this song with an open mind. Using my song writer experience, I am going to analyze everything that I find interesting, and then at the end of the song, I am going to grade it using the following categories: composition, memorability, emotional response, instrumentation, and of course lyrics. Each category is a scale of 0 to 4 with a grand total possible of 20 points. We'll find out at the end if this has what it takes to be in the top 20. I don't feel like it will, but we'll see. We're keeping an open mind. Remember, the scale is 0 to 4 because 2 is I don't know which way to go. 1 is I don't like it. 0 is I really don't like it. 3 is I like it. And 4 is, of course, this is the best. So let's go. Let's get into it. Let's listen to it. But first, hit the subscribe button. You know what to do. Hit that subscribe. It's important. Why? Because you're awesome. That's why. And I love you. And I support you. I think you're a great human. Let's listen to Cure. Here we go. Nice drum opening. That riff is so beefy. I love this riff. As a matter of fact, I've been playing this riff since I was, I don't know, just learning guitar. I actually have my own riff that's very similar to it because this stands out. This is actually one of the highlights of the entire record for me. Not the song, but that riff specifically. What a great, just boom, cha, boom, cha. Note that the drums are playing straight. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's not doing any fancy boom, ba boom, 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 bop, boom, bop, boom. You know, he's not like mixing it up. He's just straight kick, snare, hi-hat, 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 right? And then the guitar comes in on an offbeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's doing a lot of offbeats, and that allows the drums to really punch through because they're not playing at the same time. If you look at the measure, if you look at one measure, 1, 2, 3, 4, you got 4 beats. Drums are playing kick on the first beat, snare on the second, kick on the third, snare on the fourth. The guitar comes in on the end of the 4, and we loop back around, and the guitars are kind of hitting on those offbeats. Sometimes it lines up with the drums, but for the most part, those offbeats give a nice groove to it. And Lars, at any point that he wants, could emphasize those offbeats with like a kick and a cymbal. Boom, cha, ba, da, na. Right, he could emphasize it, but by playing that straight beat, it keeps it like real dancey. It makes your head bob a lot more than it would if you were emphasizing every single one. So drummers out there, hold back once. Try playing a song just straight. You don't need all those different, you don't need to play as hard as you can, as fast as you can all the time. Keep it simple. This is nice. This intro, this isn't like the telephone intro, like the telephone vocals that we've been hearing a lot lately. He's been doing a lot of telephone effects, which is essentially just a band pass. We're cutting off the high end of the frequency and the low end of the frequency, and it sounds like you're talking through a telephone. It's really tinny. This sound doesn't sound like the telephone effect, but it is an effect of some sort. I think what I'm hearing is distortion. I think they've turned up the gain on his microphone. If I go really close to the microphone, it distorts. You're not supposed to distort it. But if you use distortion as an effect, you can get some pretty cool things out of it. So that's what they're doing here, in my opinion. I don't know for sure, but it sounds like distortion to me. I love this groove. This is cool. Okay, now we built it up. It's still just one drum kit and one guitar. I mean, it could be layered. The guitar could be layered in multiple stacks, right? He could have several different amps, but really it's just one guitar and the drums, nothing else. But we're building it because and he's singing, he thinks the answer, but you can still hear the intro voice. He thinks the answer. Still, he's got like sort of a talking vocal with that distortion effect underneath his singing, and that gives us a nice little build. We started with drums, we got the guitar, we got the talk, and now we've added the singing voice. We're just gradually building. Great. There's the offbeat right there. Ba, 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 da. You can feel the ba, da, ba. That's the offbeat. I do believe. Thanks again. Okay, loop around again. I like that. Now we got the bass under it. Okay, cool. There's so much to talk about. So we have I do believe, and then I believe this is an E flat. I haven't checked, but I'm pretty sure it's an E flat, which means when they go to I don't know if it's the 1 or if it's a flat 1 or a sharp. I don't know how that works, but I believe if I'm playing it on a guitar, I'm playing what looks like E, and then I think they're going to the F. So there's the I do believe, and then dun 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 dun, that build there, right? And then we go back to I do believe, we do another build, and then we do I do believe twice. And then we have this nice riff with the toms, boom boom pop, a nice little nod to what has already been and what's to come. It's kind of combining the elements. This song is well crafted in that. Well, so far anyway. I don't remember the whole song, but I do like what I'm hearing so far. A lot of stuff to be celebrated here. I know that this part of the record gets a lot of people turned off. I had somebody in the comments, load record songs on the top 20. But like, there's some really fine songwriting going on here. I can't deny it. I'm not looking at this through the eyes of someone who followed their career as it was happening. I came into Metallica much later. I wasn't even born till their third record came out. So I'm a youngin', right? But with an open mind, I can analyze anything from any time period and find the good in it. And right now, what I'm hearing so far is a pretty good, catchy song. They got a nice, catchy riff. They got a grooving kick and snare beat. They've got, the chorus, maybe that little section there. I don't know if you want to call it a pre-chorus. It's a little meh, maybe, but it's still better than their worst, in my opinion, so far anyway. I don't know. I'm enjoying this. I like the message. I like the story that it's telling, and I like that groove so much. So cool. But now we got the bass. I like that line. Here we go. Build. There's a really low, that's distorted voice is still going, I do believe. Just really, really low in the mix there. I like that. Here we go. Okay. So I like what's going on here. I love this riff. There's a call and response with the lead guitar, Kirk's guitar, and the singing. Ba-na-na-na-na, betting on the cure. Ba-na-na-na, must get better than the ba-na-na-na. And then James's guitar is doing just kind of a low E, bob, bob. And then when he sings, betting on the cure, he's kind of following that with this do-do-do-do-do. His lick kind of follows what he's singing, which is a really cool way to do it. And then we've got this little pause here. I want to go back just a slight bit because you can hear a tambourine going. Lars is just hitting the hi-hat and he's doing maybe some kick pattern. But there's a little tambourine. I'll show you this. There's that. That was a cool solo. There's a lot of fun stuff to be celebrated. Again, Kirk is pulling back a lot in this record. I think the whole band is pulling back. They've been playing so hard and so fast for 5 albums, and now on the 6th record, they're going, "Hey, what if we pull back a little bit? What if we slow down a little bit?" And that's what I'm experiencing. He's doing this thing where he repeats the same lick over and over. He like does it multiple times. I think it's like 5 or something that he did the same little lick over and over. Something like that. And it's cool. I don't know. It's one thing if you do a solo where you just play the same lick over and over for 16 bars. That's going to be boring as hell. He's switching it up enough that it's new, but every once in a while when you throw in a repeat, when you kind of emphasize the same point multiple times, it makes it more melodic. It makes it more memorable. All right? Even the best of the best. Right now, at number 1 on my top 20 list is the song One. And what happens in the dueling guitar solo? It's the same thing 4 times, but there's a slight change every other time. Repeat 4 times with slight changes. That's it, right? Every solo's got that moment where you kind of repeat it, or every good solo. I don't know. I don't want to say that. There's probably some solos out there that don't fit this at all. But what I'm saying is I like what he played here. I appreciate it. Thumbs up from me. Sounds good. Let's keep going. There's a lot of really cool stuff going on here. We got those thick toms, boom, pop, boom, 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 pa, and then we got Jason on the bass, just wail on him, boom, wop, 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 wop. That's what it sounds like. You don't even have to solo the track. It's literally what I just said. I just repeated it perfectly. I'm pretty sure there's no change in what I just did and what is on the record. But anyways, really cool. A lot of scratches going on where they just mute the strings and they just kind of they put the pick across. It's just a shik, 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 right? There's a little riffing. This is a cool breakdown. I could see like a clapping or a hey moment. This could be a really fun audience experience. So I'm liking what I'm hearing. His guitar is climbing down. Do 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 do. do, do. He's doing like a chromatic climb down. He's doing this little riff and then do, 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 do. I like that a lot. And then we got the I do believe. We're repeating this line. We're trying to convince ourselves, right? If we take a look at the lyrics, I don't talk much about lyrics while we're listening to the song, but this is an important point. This song, the person in the lyrics is trying to hype themselves up to believe that there's a cure. I do believe, I do believe. And this kind of, this meltdown and building back up. I do believe it. It's like illustrating the, like, I can get through this. I can get through this. I can get through this. But it's the wrong this. You're going the wrong direction, buddy. Turn around. You're going the wrong way. You got the snare hits and the cymbal. I think I would have liked it to build to something a little bit bigger rather than just come back to the chorus. It was really cool. They had just all on the toms. He started introducing the snare drum and the cymbals, and then it was snare and cymbals on the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 on 1 and 2, 3, 4, boom, 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 and we're back to the chorus. And I don't know. I guess it's fine, but I do have to say I'm a little let down by that build. I thought that it was going to go somewhere a little bit bigger, but. You know, you can only have so many great songs. That's all I'm saying. You can only have so many that go absolutely perfectly as planned. That's fine. Whatever. We'll let it pass. Changing the lyrics. All right. Cool. I don't know. That was pretty fun. It was more fun than I thought it was going to be. I know I liked that main riff, but I didn't know I liked the rest of it that much. So let's give this sucker some points, shall we? Whoosh. Before we get to the points, I just want to apologize. I just talked for a really long time to give the whole score and did not record any of the audio. So unfortunately, I don't have the time to go back and redo it. You're going to have to deal with poor audio quality for the rest of this video. I sincerely apologize. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so I can raise some money and hire some people to help me with this stuff. On to the poorly produced, solo produced stuff. My ratings. Here we go. Composition. How do they do? I don't know. There's not really anything unique going on here. I like the build. I like how we're steadily adding instruments as we go. It does kind of fall into, I mean, it's not the same exact structure, but 2 verses, chorus, verse, chorus, and then solo, and then back to the chorus. Pretty similar structure to all their other songs. There's no real unique time signature changes, tempo changes, key changes. It's all pretty static all the way through. It does have a little bit of a build, but I think that big build up after the solo could have led to somewhere a little bit bigger for my tastes. But I think that it's an easygoing song. It's not flashy, but it's not ugly either, right? I don't really know which way to go on this one. I appreciate the work that was put into it, but I can't say that it's like lovable. I just think it's pretty good. So because I don't know where to go, we're going to keep this right in the middle. Compositionally, this is a 2. Memorability. I think there's a lot in this song to make it memorable. I think that main riff is super catchy. And then I think I do believe repeating throughout. I do believe, I do believe, I do believe, I do believe. I also like the line about everyone having the sickness because everyone seems to need the cure. I think that's potent. I think that even though it's so many words, it's got sort of a, they call attention to it, right? The riff breaks down and it's just that hi-hat and everything else is just kind of holding out so he can, everybody needs to be the cure, right? I got the words wrong, obviously, but what I'm saying is that they call attention to it, which makes it memorable. So I think there's a lot to remember about this song, but I think that there is a certain amount to forget as well. So I'm going to give them points for trying, but I'm going to also recognize that they can do better. So memorability, I'll give them a 3. Emotional response. Surprisingly, I actually kind of like this song a lot more than I probably should. I know I'm gonna get all the those fans. There's emotion. Those fans. It's those fans. I don't know what those fans are, but you know who they are. They're really avid about how Metallica died after Justice and the true band doesn't exist anymore, and they sold out and they're trying too hard. And blah, blah. Those fans. You know what? Take a step back, relax, take a deep breath in, a deep breath out. You're gonna be okay. Artists need to grow. You gotta grow too. This one I have fun listening to. I would love to hear this live. I wish they would play this live more often. I think it's a fun song. I think there's an opportunity for audience call and response. I feel like there's a good hey hey or clapping section. I feel like it's a great groove. So give me more of this one. Emotional response as a 3. Instrumentation. They're doing pretty good. I've been saying a lot on this record that they're holding back more, and I appreciate that. That's a positive for me. I don't want the band to be showing off all that they can do every step of the way. I said this in my earliest videos. If you go back to my Kill 'Em All reviews, when I had no idea how to put a green screen behind me, which is actually blue, and I had no idea how to edit these videos together, I've learned a lot in this journey, but the mindset has always been the same. Showing off doesn't impress me. I want to hear a song that's crafted for maximum effect. All right, I think this song is pretty well crafted. I appreciate how they hold back on their instruments. They don't go too far. They play good. Metallica play good. Thumbs up for me. This one gets a 3. Lyrics. I actually really love the lyrics to this song. When I look at this, a man takes another bullet. Shoot me again, I ain't dead yet. It's Song-O-Matic universe. It's all fitting together. Oh my god, we're gonna have to do a video with like Charlie in the background connecting all the points to figure out how this all fits together. Somebody tell me in the comments below how this all fits together, because Shoot Me Again, I Ain't Dead Yet sounds like it fits in this one. I don't think that he's taking an actual bullet. I think it's a metaphorical bullet. You'll have to tell me in the comments below. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do any drugs. Is take a bullet a reference to something, some sort of addiction? I don't know. Regardless, the man takes another bullet. He thinks the answer's cold and in his hands. That's clearly a drink, right? And he keeps telling himself he's gonna find the cure. I believe in the cure. And then we go to a woman, maybe somebody he's in a relationship with. He comes in, she lets him in, but she's been fooled again. Maybe he's not so much the best person in the world. So there's a lot of hurt in this record, and a lot of hurt in this song. And this character keeps tricking himself into believing that this bottle is the cure to the sickness, but it keeps creating more sickness. And so we can really hear James screaming out for help at this point. That's really sad, actually. Knowing what he's been through and knowing how it took him so long to get the help that he needed. It's really sad to hear these lyrics shining through. Like, it was there all along. He needed that support. And so, yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. But the lyrics tell a really interesting story. I think they're pretty cool. They're pretty well written. I love the emphasis of, just needing to find that cure. And I do believe. I can empathize with that. I know that there's been hard days for me. My problems don't lie in addictions, but rather in just low self-worth. And I've had a lot of depression days where I just don't feel like getting out of bed, and I don't feel like I'm good enough or smart enough or strong enough or whatever enough. And so you have to really hype yourself up to just get moving. And sometimes you accidentally move in the wrong direction because you're just not prepared to deal with the world. So if any of you out there are dealing with some problems, know that there's other people out there just like you. We want to help. We want to be there to support you. If you got a problem, I'm here to listen. You let me know. I'll be in open ears for you, as best as I can anyway, for as long as I can. Otherwise, there are plenty of other places that are willing to help as well. So please seek that help. You're not alone. I love you. I support you. You're awesome. This one, lyrically, gets a 4. And so Cure gets 15 points. Unfortunately, it is not enough to reach the top 20. That puts it in 29th place out of 55. So it's not, you know, it's in there. It's one of their songs. 15 is still a pretty good score. For the longest time, 15 was the score to beat. But as you all know, now to get to the top 20, you got to get 16 or higher. So let's take a look at the list. Here we go. 1 is at the top still. We've got Dyer's Eve on the chopping block. Like I said, 16 is the one to beat. And the 2 ties right now are Puppets, Wolf, and Bleed, all tied for 4th place in 3-way tie. And King and Never are tied in 13th place with 18 points. So a lot of really great songs on this list. It's going to be really hard to top it, but there it is. The math saith so. Now it's your turn. In the comments below, using the method that I use, my scoring method, put it in the comments what score you would give The Cure. Tell me I'm wrong, but then don't actually do that, because don't be a jerk. Come on, we're all friends here. You tell me your score in a positive way, even if it's a different score. I'd love to hear why, and like with actual reason instead of just, oh, don't be one of those fans. And of course, check out Midnight Ocean, my music, anywhere you can get your music online, Spotify, iTunes. I'd love all the streams that you can give me. Any cent helps me keep this thing going. And of course, smash that subscribe button so you can be here tomorrow as we talk about poor, poor twisted me. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.